Previously on Raiders of the Serpent Seas. Trapped beneath the towering canopies of the ironwood trees, our heroes found themselves in their darkest hour yet. They were captured and held in a sinister prison where they experienced a surreal and symbolic vision. In a field under a twilight sky, they encountered a small, mysterious figure surrounded by dark apparitions. This figure was revealed to be Savoie, who in this vision was consumed by shadows and pulled into another realm. They all awoke, still captured and bound, at the mercy of the newly crowned Witch King, Hodor, their once trusted companion, now transformed into the very embodiment of darkness that they had vowed to combat. With their bonds shattered, the group valiantly fought against their dark forces. Their spirits remained unbroken despite facing overwhelming odds in the perilous woods. A mysterious red witch, shrouded in lore and ancient curses, revealed herself to be Rauda's grandmother. Her revelations uncovered a deep deception. The Witch King is merely a puppet, manipulated by greater powers in the shadows. Now strengthened with a new ally, our heroes were encouraged to gather their energy for the up-and-coming trials. Their journey led them to a fierce battle in the Ironwood Chamber. There stood the Witch King, a force far more potent than they had anticipated. But their resolve stayed firm, and with the help of the mysterious grandmother, they made a daring escape via a portal she summoned. Now the fate of the land teeters on the edge, and it's time to return to the Serpent Seas. Okay, so we are back, everyone. So, yeah, moments ago, you guys have come careening out of a portal that has appeared to the surprise of pretty much all of your crew. You see a large root now sort of protruding off of the side of your ship as, one by one, you come flying through the portal space, landing here on the coast, a familiar piece of coast from where you left your comrades not long before. You're all here, you're alive, breathing heavily, and a bit worse for wear after some of you getting pretty crushed on from the Witch King, etc. But yes, you appear, and you're back in the moment. So what do you want to do? Yes.
I believe I was unconscious and someone took me with them through the portal, right?
That is true. Yes. I think Blokey possibly Skuld also grabbed someone at some point and moved them, but that might have been to pull Zisa through or something like that at one point.
I'll heal you by slapping you in the face and lay on hands. I'm just going to give you one, actually, because it was your brother that betrayed us.
Okay. Out of a reflex, I will just punch to whatever is in front of me, which is probably you.
Absolutely. As the fog of darkness sort of comes away, there is the face of your brother in the moment, staring over you for a second before your vision will clarify. And a 21 to hit. I'm not sure with Frida. It's got to be close.
Yeah.
Oh, but it will hit.
I mean, I didn't get hit last session, so I'm at 100 HP. So.
Oh, nice. Well, out of the group, you're looking one of the least worst for wear compared to some of them. As Baldo, as your vision sort of blurs back, you realise your brother is not there. That giant crown around his head is missing. You are laying on the ground in the snow. Some of your comrades around you.
Ah!
Get up.
I fucking hate him. What? Why did we go away? We had to kill him. Had to kill him.
Baldo, I understand your frustration, but we lost in his weaker form. Do you really think that we would win that fight?
We could have at least, died trying. I don't know.
Oh, you almost did. The old lady, sort of off to one side, sort of yells over on that one. You're not any match for him yet, but you could be with time. Now, you have things that you have to deal with first. They will be coming for you, and coming quickly if we don't act fast. Your friend, I believe, has left you a little present here. And as she starts to point over to the ironwood root of this tree that seems to be attached to your ship, I suggest at least some of you deal with that, and quickly. They can do the same trick I can once they realize where you are. I imagine
Blythe,
they're
give me
already
a
trying to
hand.
scry already.
Blythe, give me a hand, just as a help action, just as an easy, just to pull it out, basically, the ship,
No
before
problem.
it gets its roots too deep into the hull.
Nice, yeah. So
Yeah,
you're gonna...
can we just take the whole panel?
Of course you can. You can definitely break the panel
Just to be
out.
safe.
Any of the other way is not a problem on that front. Yeah, with the extras as well, you can definitely rip it from the ship, taking a plank with it as you do. This tiny sapling is has obviously grown a bit from what Hodor had seen, but for the others, it's an unknown to you all. But you managed to rip it relatively easily free from the ship. Cecil will say, place it over there. And she will take some moments to burn it whilst it has been taken from the ship. And the old woman says, "Good."
Is there any other ironwood on this ship before we go?
Can
you sense it? I imagine that's how you ironwood
Gwyneth will say,
work.
"Give me a moment," and she will start to walk off and make her way aboard your ship for a moment as that's going on. It's at this point your crew are starting to come running over. Frode and Eggle and a few of the others will start making their way over to you guys and saying, "Well, I wasn't expecting you to be coming back that way. What in blazes has gone on? Are you okay? Paolo, you look like you look like shit."
His brother betrayed us, and it seems that he has been betraying us from the start.
By the gods.
To be honest, I'm lacking trust in you, Baldur, right now. If your brother was so easily influenced, maybe it runs in the family.
I am nothing like that little twerp. Oh,
I'll believe it when I see it.
And then to think that I was actually starting to warm up to him again. God damn it.
I am a little bit worried that he's taken some of our teeth.
I will rip out his spine and wear his toes as a necklace.
Yes, we'll blood eagle him, but that is for the future.
That is true.
Sorry, that was brutal.
Rauda would be like, yeah.
I was thinking Router's probably done a Blood Eagle before. Like,
She's probably been on the receiving end of a blood eagle as well, and she's just been like, "This is another Friday."
There's been many ways to go over time. That's definitely true. The old woman comes back and says, "No other signs, but you don't have too long. We are on the edges of the Ironwood Forest. They will find where you are fairly soon. It won't take them too long to scry on you, especially as your friend has already just said. He already has your teeth. I suggest you don't dilly-dally too long."
Yes. Everyone on the boat, we will talk about what happened on there. You need to leave this island, and I'm sorry, but I don't particularly want to take you with us. I'm thankful that you saved us, but you are still technically our enemy.
No, fair enough. I wasn't going to come with you anyway. I have my own
Oh.
means of travel. You've already seen it. I can make my way wherever I need. But, you do have to understand what is going on here more. I think you must understand the Red Witches were not always as we are now. She has had great influence over my kind for a long time now. And she is a force to be reckoned with. The matron, Boda. She is something of the old world. Manifest here. She promises much after Ragnarok, that we will prevail, but these are lies. She is up to more than that. And I think some of you may have the answers I need. She was pushing for information about a child. A young child that was traveling with you. What do you know of this girl?
I think she needs to be.
Yeah, we had a vision at some point about Sadi, didn't we?
You did, yes. Before you guys woke up last session, you were asleep or in a dream state where you all had the vision of Sadi being chained and bound by the Volv, and then she was being cast into some other world from what you had. It was a bit of a dreamscape that was going on. But yes, you did all have the same vision, but you obviously haven't really had a chance to discuss that yet, if that makes sense. But yes, that is true. You have had that vision.
We picked her up. Oh, go ahead. It's your grandmother.
We left. Well, we did pick up a little girl from another world, apparently. We kind of left her with the Volv. And she does a grimace face.
Mm-hmm.
As if to say, maybe that was a mistake.
Well, at least you didn't bring her here. Things would have been way, way worse if she was here. I dare say you would not have lived even as long as you did, if that had not been the case. I think the idea of implanting you with the Ironwood was a backup plan when she wasn't here.
Yes, that also happened.
Yeah, how do we get that out?
I honestly don't know. I know that they've done it in a way where there is a very small amount. It will take a long time to take hold properly. If you had gone through a few more of the rituals, you would have had no chance at all. But for now, I think you will have some time before that will kick in and cause you too much problem. It is something I will look into. I will still be able to travel, and I certainly still have some places within the conclaves that I can go that I may be able to find out more information. If Boda doesn't realize what I'm up to. Hold yourselves on that, and I will bring you information. And Raudar,
Did you say Boda?
The matron?
Boda.
Yes.
As in Boda.
As in, exactly. She doesn't call herself by that, but yes, she is the one from the old world. Her husband made this world with his body, and now she is here, or has been for a long time.
We also have his head.
Her eyes go wide at the possibility of that, and she says, would you show me?
I shall defer to my esteemed colleague Zisa.
What I will do is I will hold I'll hold that, and we'll have we'll see if there is a moment where she does reveal the head or not to this woman. Interesting. The fact that he is even in possibility of being here in some form other than being the world is very odd. But I think it's also a sign that there's more to come. You need to find out more. You must find out what the girl means to Boda. I am sure she is the key to all of this. Whatever fates we have going forward, I think a lot of it will be to deal with her. There must be a reason she is so fixated on her. Rhoda, I need to give you something if you're willing.
Sure.
And she will hand you over a small stone. And she will say, you'll be able to talk to me through this. Keep it secret and safe.
Sure. Do I just speak into it, or
Think of me and speak into it. Once a day we'll be able to speak. Short messages,
she
but it will work.
nods with utter bemusement on her face?
I know this
She's
is
been
not
around for a
your-
long time, but magic is not something she's grasped.
Magic was always a thing. Your curse is still strong, I assume. You're still here. And the fact that it keeps affecting me, no surprise.
Wait, it affects you? Do you die when I die?
No, but I meddled in the early days, and I now pay the price for it. I cannot move on either.
Oh.
It takes me a lot longer to return, but I tend to come back, yes. Those here did not know of my little trick, so now I may have revealed it a little more. They may seek me out, but I can lead them on a merry chase for a while. I wish you all very good luck. I hope that whatever is to come, you can see some of us, witches, as an ally when the time comes. We are all at the fate of the matron. And Ragnarok will have us all, one way or another. Is there anything else you need to know from me before I depart?
Just for caution's sake, if that ironwood thing does take hold of our spines or wherever the hell it is, they're not going to be able to transport through us the same way their trees are, and they're going to burst out of us, because I need to be emotionally prepared if something like that is going to happen.
I don't think so. But if one of you does
Okay.
turn, that's the time to take each other out. It means you're
Okay.
beyond
I just needed that
saving
off
at
my
that point.
nightmare bucket list. Thank you.
I mean, we have a few good healers, right? And Zisa can kind of see roughly where they are. I say we just start hacking and hope for the best as she reaches for her great sword, great axe.
I'm pretty new to this level of the group. I'm not comfortable enough with you guys yet for hacking. I don't know about you lot between yourselves, but I'll abstain until we're closer.
I mean-
Actually, Bloki's right. He's new. He should go first and take
Yeah?
first.
Not what I meant. Not what I meant at all.
Maybe
To be
maybe hold
honest-
fire a little bit for.
I think we should just do it on you, Rowder. You seem to come back to life if it goes wrong. Plus, don't you get a new body when you revive?
I mean, if the old one is gone, yeah, but I'm kind of concerned that I might reappear where my teeth are currently.
Oh, that's
So
a
that
good
could be an
point.
issue.
Yeah, there's not much to understand on curses with regards to that kind of thing.
Yeah, not really a theory I want to test, to be honest.
Well, like I said, I think you all have time for now. You know where I am, Frida, anyway. Sorry, Rowdy, you will be able to contact me when you wish. I wish you good luck on your travels. And yeah, she will sort of step off as the you lot and the crew all manage to get yourselves back onto the boat and in readiness to head back out to sea. You know, Frida, that the drifthall is basically a large floating island, if that makes sense. You also know that the Volv can control where that island is, if that makes sense. And you know that they would be slow, but attempting to follow where the boat was going down into the waters of the inner continent. So hopefully retracing your steps back towards the way you came in should relatively easily end up with some results on that one. You did do a bit of a teleport hop, so it may be a few days more travel, but yeah, it should in theory be possible. Let's bring you back to the map for a moment just so you get an idea. One sec. So you guys you found the Helmore on the outskirts of the inner continent over here, and then you got teleported much further in. So it sped you up on your trip. But yeah, you absolutely can set sail heading back the way you came. So yeah, you guys can definitely long rest and have get back your recharge on that front now as things go, because you'll certainly will have had the time. I'm guessing it is probably 3 days of travel back before you would end up spotting the drifthall off in the distance, because it would have been able to move in that time, so it would have been able to get closer. So yes, 3 days of relatively uneventful travel. The only things that do happen during the night is on the second night there is a large electrical storm in some form, and large lightning is seen off to the north at one point during those times. You have seen that a couple of times before. Once just before you arrived at the Tower of Kekel, where you found Sidi and the tower and the head originally, and you have seen it one other time on your travels before the volcano was a problem early on in things. But yes, you do make your way back, and the drifthall does come into sight, not too far back. Bear with me, I will find my right page for 2 seconds as we return to the drifthall.
I have a horrible feeling they're not going to give us the child.
You've got a horrible feeling they're not going to give you the kid.
I feel the child is either already dead, indoctrinated, or just kept away.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. Let's go.
We can just lure her in with. No, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, but Erwin, the wolf.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
you can.
Erwin?
She's
Irwin, yeah.
Irwin, yes,
Irwin. There we go.
Yeah,
I got it.
I can't
So
pull that
we're going to
one off
lure
either.
a child with the promise of a puppy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
She's got a cat though.
Look at me.
She does have a cat as a pet at the moment. As you guys make your way back to the drifthall, you can hear low beats of a funeral drum in the distance as your ship grows ever closer towards drifthall. You can hear the deep moans of grief join the beats every so often as there are cries coming from the crowd. I need you to make a perception check, everyone, as you're having a look around at the state of Drifthall as you're.
I will
making
give
your way.
Blythe the help action because Blythe is way better at perception.
No problem, no problem. Let's see how he's gonna do.
Oh,
Where is Blythe? 1 second. Let's actors. Too many actors. Oh, that's it. This is because they're under the NPCs. Right, here we go. So we need Jamie. Right, so he's going to have advantage on perception. Let's see how he's going to do. With a 27. And with advantage, he would get a 27. So he's doing pretty fine. Blythe is able to point out to you all as this is all going. And Blokey and Baldor, yeah, you wouldn't have picked it out with a 21. It's not quite enough. It looks he's aware that Clan Tavar appears to have dropped anchor and left Drifthall. So there is a section of Drifthall that is currently missing as you're starting to make your way closer on that one.
Remind me, Tavar, during the last council meeting, what was their deal?
So the arson attack was found to be done by one of the clan. They had been overtaken by the witches in some form, but the clan was a bit disgraced by what had gone on, if that makes sense. And the guy had been kept alive at that time, but yes, he had lost a leg. He was still alive, but yeah, the clan were in a bit of disgrace from what had currently gotten on at that moment. As you sort of steer the ship, Frida, you pull into one of the sections where you can tie up where you've been before on that one. Let me just add a NPC so that we have a.
God, it's all coming back to me. I can't. We killed the clan leader as well. That happened. We killed the war clan leader by accident. I killed him
by accident, but she is. However, Clan War are still here, but they are under the brothers' leadership right now, if that makes sense. So their position is improved, but not improved. So yeah, it's a bit. They're still a bit on the outskirts of everything, which is a bit. It's a bit hard going, but yeah, one of the clans has quit from Drifthall right now as all this is going on. So let's add one more person in. There we go. So yeah, as the winds tug hard at your clothing and you disembark back to Drifthall after your adventures, the floating town shifts and bobs with the currents of the Serpent Sea. The mourners are wailing, filling the air as the stern look of Fearcat sort of spots you all as you're arriving on that one, and she basically says to you, Frida, on that one, there has been an attack on the Volv. Jirai, Sidi, Mera, all dead. You must come with me.
What?
Yeah. Just a tad of the things going on.
Insight check, please.
You can absolutely make an insight check.
Fuck it.
Is game over?
Game over. Yeah.
We've lost.
On that one, being a dragonborn, she's a bit hard to read, but you think in these moments, Rowdy, that she's probably being honest with what's going on.
Fuck. Yeah, Frida like sprints basically. This is her job, and she's just fucked it basically.
Fair enough. You guys make your way to the main drift hall of the Volv, and you can find what has gone on as you come running into the space as this is all sort of going on. But there are 3 main bodies laying on the ground, being tended to by Yersa and Groa. And yes, little Sadi is amongst them. Jorai and the little girl that was here previously, Mera. They are all sort of laid out, hands sort of crossed across the chests, and the other 2 are praying over them. And there is another body, of a halfling with their head completely missing, and their body is off to one side and is not as well dealt with in these moments, if that makes sense. As you come running in,
Are they recognizable as them, or are they?
They look intact from your first looks, barring the one that's headless and that's off to one side. The others, they look intact when you're first looking at them. They're sort of calmly placed in a place as this is all going on. But basically, as you come running in, Yersa will speak first on that one. Thank God you return. We have been attacked.
God, I'm still trying to process what's happened.
Absolutely. The 2 surviving members of the Volv seem in shock. They are, looking after their friend and who is dead, and two children. So Jorai, this one is dead, laying on the ground next to the other 2 children. But yes, Groa and Yersa are both standing over the bodies. Have been praying. We were praying you would return quickly.
What happened? What are they dead? Dead? Any breathing at all?
We think poison. We think assassin. But we have not figured everything out as of yet. There is much going on here that we do not fully understand, but we believe, and he sort of points to the body of the halfling off to one side, this person is not what they seem. We believe she, for all of her stature, is one of these red witches. And she's sort of got an angry look on her face as she sort of says, and as Grower is kind of like tearing up as all this is going on. But it's clearly something has gone horribly wrong on all of this, and they are claiming that a witch assassin has somehow managed to murder one Volv and these 2 children.
Zisa just drops to her knees. She doesn't. This is like the 3rd family that she's losing. This is a lot that's happening.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. I mean, there's a lot of emotions going on in the moments. They are beside themselves. The Volv don't usually end up in the thick of battle or anything like that. They seem pretty shocked in the moment.
While she's on her knees, she's going to... she's going to cast spell in front of the Volv, which I'm sure is going to go very well. She's going to cast Detect Poison to see if it actually was poison.
Oh, excellent. Okay. No problem on that one. Clearly, you can actually. There is, as you get closer, there is poison that you can detect. It sort of running in their streams, and their mouths are definitely a strong sense of poison as that's all going on. I'm going to say that, yeah, as you sort of bend down and you get closer, you can sort of smell and like an appley scent on their breath as well. Sorry, around their mouths, etc. And yeah, it's pretty clear that there is a lot of things going on in the moments, but it does appear to be poison. A lot more in the children than there is in the older Volv, but yes, there is poison in all three.
And they are 100% dead. None of them are breathing or anything.
None of them are breathing. None of them are moving. No, absolutely, they are 100% definitely dead, and have been for a little while, a few hours at least.
Cool. Yeah. Yep. Well.
Fear Cat sort of makes her way over to your sort of side, Frida, and sort of says, I don't know if there would have been anything you could have done if you even were here. We didn't know. Guards everywhere, and still they managed to get in here. And yeah, you can definitely see Fear Cat is kind of as distraught as you are, because it's basically her job to look after these people as it is yours, if that makes sense. Yeah.
It's our job to protect them. How could you let this happen?
Oh, whoa. Yeah, she is well taken.
This is definitely coming from a deep emotional place of Frida. Fear Cat probably has never seen her emotional like this. It's
me and my men have failed them terribly. I do not know how. Their magics must be incredibly strong to have managed to get past all of our defenses. But yes, we did not see it coming.
She's going to turn to the Volv and say, if only you would have let Zisa cast her spell instead of being so in your old ways, you would have been able to see if there was any red witches or ironwood here, but you left it. You wouldn't allow it.
Not all choices are of the Volv, you know that. We can't make all of the clans acquiesce to that. I do not deny what you say, Frida, and it comes from a place I genuinely understand. But clan politics is difficult enough. Pulling that off would have been a miracle. Her head sort of drops at this point, and she sort of turns into herself a little bit. But if our magics were stronger, maybe we would have noticed, but we were taken as unawares. We did not detect the poison. We did not detect the witch until it was way too late. Jirai was already dying when we managed to stop her. Frida, you can make an insight check.
God, I'm going to use my inspiration that I have from Baldur dying. Sorry.
That's okay.
I pressed it without pressing advantage.
Oh, you lucky bugger. On that one. She is distressed. She is upset by what is going on and all of the rest of it. However, she is not telling you the whole truth in what she is saying. There is deception in amongst it. And for the first time in a long time, Frida, hearing something from the words of the Volv that isn't fully ringing true is hard. Something else is going on here, and you're not quite sure what in the moments.
Frida will look
you
at
lucky
her.
bugger, you only would have got that with a natural 20. Wow. That's the roll to get it on. So yes, go for it. Go for it.
You're lying. Why would you lie about something like this?
Frida, calm yourself.
She's gonna get up and not do anything too rash. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
It's all per face.
She's gonna slightly tilt her head at her and say, "If you're not lying, then you will succumb to this spell and accept it." And she's gonna cast Zone of Truth on her.
Ooh, okay.
And I can tell if you do not accept it. Oh God,
She
Frida's
sigh-
gonna enter her villain arc. I can see that happening.
Well,
she sighs. Her shoulders drop on the moment. Very well. What is said here will not leave this room. Does everyone promise this? And she sort of looks around.
I was going to say something mean. I was going to say, Blokey, get out of here. But yes, that's fine. Sure.
I mean, surely that depends on the context.
Swear it now.
Yeah.
Yes, we swear.
Yes.
I am not one to break oaths.
Sure.
This is hard because we don't have Zisa, and I don't know if she would, but I'm gonna go with that. There's at least some sort of inclination that she that's sort of nods or something for now. We can replay it with him if need be. Rowder, what about Rowder in this case, Drew? How would she react?
She would be very suspicious of that.
Enough to give an
Like,
indication
why-
that she would at least acknowledge the possibility of keeping quiet? She's not
I-
asking for an oath in the moment. More of a nod would be a nod.
Okay. She'll give a nod, but she isn't swearing an oath by any means.
Fair
Like,
enough.
if something that implicates her as, the killer comes out, then of course that is going to leave the room. Yeah.
We've had visions of the girl for a little while. We knew you would find her when you went to the tower. We knew she was important. When you brought her here, our concerns were heightened. People were trying to scry on her almost constantly. We knew she had to go to the underworld. Our visions showed that it was important she did. So we acted. The poison was us. We went about making it as painless as possible. That's when the Red Witch entered the fray. And we lost one of us in the process. Well, two, technically. She will be in the underworld now. And from what we have foreseen, you are supposed to go there and help her. I do not know all of the reasoning and what for, but it is important. It is meant to be. So we have played our part. Now, you know, Frida, you know that they are all about visions and all the rest of it, and they do make things happen, if that makes sense. But this is definitely a step up in terms of Volv don't normally go around killing people in that respect. They give you orders to go and do things, when some of them have been questionable over the years, but not. This is very direct and to a little child, so it is harder to take. But they are not usually ever lying about visions.
Yeah, when Ursa is talking about it, what's the youngest Volv? What's her expression? She
you
was
can make an insight
very
check.
apprehensive against Ursa at the start anyway.
Yeah, so you can make an insight check of the other one, Groa.
This is going to be a bad roll. Yeah. Oh, we can't reroll ones. We have. Oh no, the wooden guy died.
The one guy has gone. I'm afraid. Yeah, he got ripped apart. So, unfortunately, she's just too hard to reach. She's upset, but she is too hard to read in the moment on that one. Frida, I'm sorry that this has had to happen, but you must understand we have done what needed to be done. You will see her again. Just not here. In this lifetime.
What?
We should kill them, right?
Yeah, this is the problem with zealots, because at the end of the day, no matter what reason you give, you still murdered a child.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I'm not a fan of that. Also, if they didn't have the vision, then they wouldn't have killed her, and then she wouldn't have ended up in the underworld, so the vision wouldn't have come true. So they can't just made it happen. If they hadn't known about it, it's silly. It makes no sense.
Prophecy.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's stupid.
Mm.
Stay grounded in reality rather than away in your heads. I think that's what I do anyway.
So how does this play out as you guys are thinking these things through in the moment? You're seeing all of this.
Fear Cat's
wide-eyed, but you know she's like, she's the sworn defender of these people, as you are as well, by the way.
Yes, I know. I can't do anything bad, but it's.
But they just murdered City.
So what happens? This is your call, guys. Yeah.
This decision is. I cannot do anything about this. The people behind me, I cannot stop them all. You have done a very bad thing. There are other ways of getting to the underworld. We have met hell, and we have gone through a whirlpool? I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, it's a Hellmore.
We just came back from the underworld.
Yeah, you literally found a Hellmore on a lucky roll, like the other couple of weeks back, a couple of sessions back. But yes, you are right.
I hope you do understand that. Once again, I cannot hold back all of the people behind me.
Then let me take responsibility for what has happened here. Let Grower live. She is young, but the Volv continue on. If I submit. Am I just another death here?
Opinion from the back here. I know I'm not massively relevant, but I feel that like this was a Volv activity of murdering a child. I personally don't want to maintain an organization that is fine with killing an innocent child for their own means. I don't speak for everyone here, but that's my opinion on the matter. If you're going, so's the Volv. as like a concept, in my opinion.
Yes, kill the Volv, dissolve the government,
Yeah.
let anarchy
Kill
reign.
Anarchy.
That's just a thought.
Anarchy.
It is the
Loki.
one thing that holds the
Yeah.
Raiders together. That you're
Let
you are
chaos
suggesting.
reign.
You can,
Loki,
you
I
can
Loki
understand.
absolutely
doesn't
do
know
it.
the full politics. He's
Yeah.
just very like simple-minded. Of this group
What-
of people
what
work
I-
together to murder a child. Get rid of them.
That's very
So-
fair. That's very. What I will remind you of, Frida is very aware of it, is that obviously with the amount of deaths of the Volv at the Well of Wisdom, the ones in this room are the only ones left. So yes, it would be the end of that if it was to become a thing.
Yeah, Frida will explain that to Loki. She will say, killing the Volv, as much as we would want that to happen, it would reign basically anarchy. All the clans would descend into
Okay,
probably
then they
full-on
should
war.
go on. Then they should go on a public trial with all the clans involved. We can't have them in charge anymore. They just murdered a child.
I like that. Hold them accountable to everyone and replace the members with non-child murderers. I like that.
Less chaotic, less anarchy.
I.
Hashtag justice for Steve.
Crower, what is your opinion of what happened? May I remind you, you are in a zone of truth. Unless you would like to save.
It seemed like we had no choice, but I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't agree with what we were doing there. They are right. There would have been other ways. I just didn't feel I could speak. She is technically the youngest of the Volv, if that makes sense. So it's
And we've
harder.
all experienced that Ursa kind of overrules the other two anyway. No matter
100%. She is the powerhouse of the actual Volv, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Please don't make me fight you all. I can't.
It's fun. You should. I don't think it's fair for us to make this decision. That's just my opinion. I don't know what makes us qualified to decide.
Why the fuck not? They killed Sadie. She's been traveling with us for weeks, months.
Yeah, for a fair few weeks. Yeah, you are definitely on that one.
I don't have the same connection with the child in that regard. But
I mean,
also...
you've been traveling with us too.
Yeah, but it was an awkward uncomfortableness of status. I don't want to get too involved.
Is Blokey the bard of this Raiders, or is he like a different bard?
He is a part of this Raiders, I think.
He would most likely be very much on the seer's side because he is a seer, technically.
Yeah, well,
yeah, but I can imagine him not liking it.
Yeah, but
No,
he's also because of the type of magic he does. So Murgle's type of magic, the arcane kind of magic that comes from those, is not well received amongst the amongst some of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, some of the bards do become seers a lot of the time, if that makes sense. So yeah, he might be a bit on the fence, if that makes sense. Especially probably for being clanless as well. He's not actually got a clan.
Actually, if we need seers to replace you,
Loki's time.
Jess is for third character. I feel like we need to know Cisa and Blythe's reaction, because Blythe was very close to
Oh no, I know that's the price, the hard thing.
and Cisa was also very close to the child.
Fair enough. Well,
If you give me time, I will put them to death. I'm all for killing these people. Fuck it.
I think we can take a break and give sort of 20 minutes for let's see if Conrad comes back, because that at least gives you one more voice, if that helps. That helps along on that front.
All right. We'll say that Ziza has been silent during all of this, reading expressions,
and
trying to kind of figure out what the next move should be.
What I'm going to do, just to make things a little easier, I'm going to say Blythe did not come to the meeting, because otherwise it's just going to be too tough to work out what went on. He's not here yet.
He went to the Wall Clan. Yeah, he's hanging out with them.
But yeah, how does this play out with what's going on? I think Yersa would move forward at least and sort of make her way into the center of the room and sort of bend down on her knees and sort of say, "Let it end with me. Take my life in the moments. Use my name in everything on this. Say I was corrupted, whatever is needed. But maintain the clans. Maintain the Volv. I made my choices."
Well, even though she's giving herself up, does that still mean that me and Furcat have to defend her, even though she's willingly giving herself up?
No, this is someone giving themselves. I think you would be you would be she would be giving herself up as part of the council in this point. So your oath would be to grow her at that point if this went through. Frida, please, end my life. End it here, and keep it secret.
I am the paladin of the executioner.
That is true.
Exactly what she.
Does anyone else act as this woman is begging all of this of her?
Frida isn't looking at her or the group. She's still just staring down at the body. She's really trying to process what's happened. And she'll just wait for it.
Yeah, she looks at the rest of you like, I have done what needed to be done. Let it end here. It is up to you. You are the chosen, you always have been. Make your choices. Keep the clans together. Work to stop Ragnarok.
Is one Volv even enough, though? Would that even hold respect?
And it's a tiny Volv. It's the littlest Volv.
It is.
Well, no, the littlest Volv died, but
why am I looking at her thing? Oh, is this her dead body?
This is her, but this is the little Volv.
There was a little child one that was here last time you were here that was in training that was playing with Sidi. And
I thought that was this one.
No. There was a younger. There was a younger one.
Oh, there was an even. Okay, that's where I was confused because you kept saying two of the Volv were dead. I'm like, I'm seeing the youngest Volv over here because I thought that was this one.
The youngest of the three main ones. Yes, you're correct. Yeah, Grower is is still a council member.
So Grower's there. Spicy is gone. Yersa's there. This one who's unnamed Volv.
Yeah, she was Mera was her name, yes, but on that one.
Mera is dead. Okay.
Well, I'm not a chosen, so I'll leave this to you. He's just gonna just step away and completely separate.
Floki's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I think Fearcat would step to you, Frida, because she's trying to look to you for kind of a little bit of guidance as how to some of this is going
She's
on.
my teacher. She's meant
I
to be
know,
guiding
I know, but you're the two that the two that are left in this, but you are one of the chosen. She digs into into her belongings for a moment, and she pulls out a some sort of scrawled drawing, and it is a drawing of this group, Hodor as well. You all in the hand of a child. Yeah, it was supposed to be a gift for on your return.
Oh,
Oh,
my heart really hurts.
buddy.
Fucking kill him.
Buddy.
The book may have said to kill her, but that was all you to make our hearts hurt then.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
That is a great idea for your piece of artwork for the end of this campaign.
Oh, it's going to be in crayon.
A child drawing of all of us. Zisa with a scary face.
I can do that now.
Picture of Hodor.
Ah,
Big smile.
I genuinely think Frida starts crying, holding this, clutching it very hard, looking at the Tadi and the other child Volv, assuming that they did it together, because Frida would know that child Volv, even though Joe doesn't. Joe has no relation to that. And she doesn't know what to do now. She's completely... God.
Heartbreaking, I think.
I think Zisa's gonna step forward, like, all the way up to this Volv.
Mm-hmm. She looks you in the eyes.
You say that you did what you feel you had to do to prevent Ragnarok. You think that Sadi had to be in the underworld already for us to seek her out.
Yes. There is no doubt in my mind. The visions are true.
And you believed that we would not allow you to do what you did, therefore you lied to us.
Yes.
And manipulated us.
Yes.
But you believe you did this for the good of the clans.
For the greater good of everyone, yes.
I believe that the Aljarl was wrong with her tournament of champions. I think that those yet living will be the ones to help us in this battle. I believe that Sadi could have helped. She was not untalented when it came to healing. That is no longer available to us.
No.
I also
when you do see
believe
her again, you will do something far greater. I do not know all of what it is, but it is important for you and for us and for everyone. She is a key of some description. We had no choice.
perhaps
Yes,
it is.
you
Sorry,
did.
go ahead.
Yes, you did. We literally just came back from the underworld and we traveled there without dying.
That is not the same. She
And yet,
had
you
to
keep
die. She had to return. It was what we had foreseen.
Do you believe that you are done foreseeing?
In what way?
Do you think that you could be of any use to the clans where you yet live?
I can help, but I do not think I am as important as what I have already done.
Yet if you die, whatever aid you could give us, whatever help you may be, would be as lost as Sadi is now.
And I would
I
be
think
with
that
her
there
in the
is-
underworld, yes.
I think that there is a cowardice in this sacrifice. You believe that you somehow atone for your actions by letting us kill you. And I think that is easy. And I think it is also folly. You have wisdom.
So you
you have
definitely
yet.
think there's truth in some of that. Yeah, you're catching her off guard, but yeah, you do think she sees some truth in what you're saying.
You should be allowed to live, to try to atone for what you've done, for the good of the clans. And as punishment, you will have to live with what you have done, which is slayed an innocent, whether you think is for the greater good or not. She is dead because of you.
She nods.
I understand the logic of what has been done, but I understand that my allies may not. I've said what I need to say. Router, Balder, I will respect whatever you wish to do. And Zisa will step to the side.
I agree. Death is an easy way out for you.
I still say that is the only right way out, but it seems like I am in the minority here.
Not necessarily. We have yet to hear from Frida. You who hold the Volv in such high esteem, this is what they've decided to do. Can you live with yourself, knowing that you serve them, and knowing what they are capable of, what they may attempt to wield you to do in the future if they deem it necessary?
Frida will wipe her eyes and turn around, and we'll agree more to the fact that the more Volv we have at the moment, the more we need them. Even though it was I do not have many words to describe what you have done, and I will have trouble believing anything you say in the future, but I am your sworn protectors, and if you have more use to us in the future, then I cannot do anything about that.
Her head sort of sinks, and yeah, you do get the sense, Frida, that she thought this was her end. And there is disappointment.
So Zisa's gonna walk back up and just say, just as your murder of Sadi was for the good of the clans, you yet live for the good of the clans.
And so I must serve.
Yeah, what are her crew actions? Let's make her on her boat, huh?
take the governing Volv with you. Then this will stay amongst us here, and we will speak not of it again for much. You say you have already seen a way to the underworld. Is this true?
Yes. We have no way to get in. We were turned away, but we found a way to get there.
Weren't we told we needed a key or something?
You were indeed told you would need a key.
Wonder if that was City.
With a little, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have sucked.
So we go back to the door and we say, this is very awkward, but we locked the key inside of hell. Can you just let us in to go get it, please?
I think you will find that the doorway is already open. I think what we have done was open that door with that key.
This doorway, it's open to everyone?
Only those that are strong enough to pass through. The living going into hell is not an easy thing. She has
How
to
about the other way
allow you,
around?
and she has to want you to go through. But we have seen you all make your way there, and you are to rescue her. You are to save her. And I know it is important, and I know it must be done. I'm sorry that you do not like what we have done, and what, but the reasoning, it had to be done. You will see her again, and you will help her, for it is important. I know that much.
When you saw us in the underworld, was Hodor with us?
We have not been able to see Hodor at all in any of our visions.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
You've never been able to see Hodor?
No, and the last time you guys were here, when she was going through and talking about each of you, when it got to Hodor, there was literally you are a blank slate. We do not know.
Well, he is. They're no longer part of the Chosen. They have decided to join the Ironwood for good.
How long ago did that happen?
About 3 days ago. We have not had a very good week.
And he would have known that you left the child with us. So the witch acted. Another betrayal has already obviously clearly happened. I do not know if they know that she is gone and passed into the underworld, but you must act quickly if you can. If you already know an entrance, then it is already foretold that you will be able to make the trip. I suggest that you make your way quickly and help her in any way you can. For there you can truly help her. Not out here. So how does this play out? Yeah. Do we end up having a cutscene here of a pyre being made and the honored dead being sort of burned at the drifthall, or does anything else need to happen in these moments? I suppose is the question.
I mean, if we're supposed to keep this under wraps, do we burn the body so that people can see?
Yeah, they know that they already know the ones that are dead. If you had made anyone else killed in this process, then yes, there would have been questions. But at the moment, it is the Red Witch attacked, and two Volv and Sadi were killed in the process.
Mm.
Has there been any news of oh gosh, help me out.
That's right. What,
The other
Hrolf?
captain. Yeah, Hrolf.
Hrolf, that is a good question on this one. You have not heard anything yet, but the discussions would get around to what would have happened on that one. Yes. So yeah, there is news that Hrolf has reached the village of the Risa, and that they are currently under siege by giants. Other members of the Risa clan have already left drifthall and are heading to aid Hrolf, if that makes sense. So he's under siege, is what you understand in this time. So yeah, there's a lot going on. The underworld, giants in the north.
So we potentially have to go save Hrolf, but then lose the underworld to somebody stronger who knows that Sadi is down there.
Yes, quite possible.
Or go to the underworld and potentially lose Hrolf and his entire crew.
Again, a possibility. You don't know how that one will play out. You don't know, but it's a possible.
Could the Volv maybe help convince the Aljarl to send more aid to Hrolf while we go to the underworld?
That is a possibility, yes.
We may be able to convince the War clan to go help. Maybe they want to get their ranks up in the drifthall. Might put in a good word for them.
It's true. You could ask that the War clan aid in that. That is definitely plausible on that one. So yeah, well, I think we'll have a sort of cutscene then that goes on. If you guys are happy that that a funeral pyre does get erupted that evening, the clans gather. The bodies of the Volv are set alight along with Sadi and the little one. No Valkyries arriving in the in when as the fires burn. ZC, you were aware of that when
I was actually about to ask. Also, where is our crew Valkyrie?
Skuld is around as well. Yeah, she is with you. You've still she's still maintained and amongst you all, if that makes sense. So that's definitely true. You could definitely seek her out, and that's definitely true. In fact, she probably would be watching the fire with utter concentration, Zisa, as you guess what.
As Zisa's doing the exact same, probably from the opposite side to see if either of us can catch sight, and the fact there aren't any Valkyrie probably concerning.
Yeah, she watches on as the rest of you do. Frida,
Can I roll anything to maybe suss out why there aren't any Valkyrie during this burning?
Well, basically, it's relatively easy to work out. I mean, if they don't die in Valious battle,
so it's combat.
It's
okay.
yeah.
I didn't know if it was like legit rules of like Vikings of old, or if it was just all dead that are burned. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No. If you're still honoring the dead with the burning, but that doesn't necessarily get them into the halls of the slain, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
So yeah, we definitely would catch her eye as she's watching this go on in the moments. But yeah, Frida, you obviously mixed emotions of watching watching this happen.
I feel like Frida just has like she's just dead inside. She's just looking at it with like numbness, basically, for what's happened.
Yeah.
I will say I want to. I want to basically slip a note to Grower. What that note says, I haven't fully thought of.
Okay, no, fair enough.
But I can send that to you during the week.
Not a problem.
But yeah,
not a problem. Yeah,
I just basically want to do it secretly from the main one.
No problem. Yeah, it's definitely easily done during this sort of period here. Is there anything else anyone else would be wanting to try and do or find out in drifthall before possibly planning a next steps off to get out of here?
How many of? Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
How many of the Lutan are still around?
The Lutan clan is still here. They're in full force. The only clan that sort of has drifted off is Tavar. Clearly, they have left a section of this place that is of the drift hall is missing. So that they are down, but Lutan is still here in strength along with others.
Are they still here in the same numbers? Because the last time you were here, it was like a big meeting thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of the meetings are still going on, if that makes sense. The clans have still got a lot of things to work out, so they try and keep drift hall going for a little while. So they're still here in strength at the moment. Barring those that have left. So Risa are down on numbers because they have already set sail to head to the north. And obviously Clan Tavar, but the others are all here in strength and numbers. The War clan numbers increased over time. There's more now than there were when you originally arrived, as more of the clan have come to part mourn their Jarl that is now dead, but also having to cement the position of the new Jarl, which is the brother that is now in charge.
Frida will say to Baldur away from people or during the festivities and just say, I suggest you do not mention Hodor to Lutan. You're already not on good terms with them.
No.
And your brother may have already done more harm to them. So I suggest you don't tell them yet, at least.
This is incredibly frustrating. I've lost my clan again. I've lost my brother, who I finally started to like again. Everything seems to be falling away, and I just need to punch something.
I mean, you're welcome to punch me if you really want to.
I think I'm gonna get some meat, and I'm gonna get into a bar fight.
Okay, whatever you do, please do not kill them. If you get too carried away and too drunk, I cannot condone what happens.
Fair enough. So Baldur goes wandering off towards the mead hall. Or the feasting.
But I agree.
hall,
I will come with you. I think I also need a lot of drink.
Easily done. You'd definitely be able to drink the night away in the feasting halls with plenty of mead. I'm sure a bar fight would have been plausible.
The more we drink, and the more I can see Baldur getting emotional, I'll show him the picture of Sadi now that everything's because I want it.
Nice. Emotional manipulation.
And I will actually say to him, I cannot keep this. I do not want it. It's too much. It was my decision that we left her here. I can't have it.
I will fold it up, keep it in my coat, and then at the first smug, arrogant face that I see in the bar,
Yep.
I will just punch. Like I'm just going in.
Fair enough.
I need to release
let
some
off
frustration.
let off some steam. Yeah. An epic, I will say, yeah, from a cinematic, an epic bar fight will ensue as this is going on. As for about the 7th time in the feasting halls, this drift hall, a massive bar fight kicks off, which is definitely fair enough. But yeah, Frida and Baldur are in the thick of it when I mean, easily done compared to most of the raiders in this place. So yeah, it would take a lot, but yeah, eventually you run out of energy as you just have knocked the stuffing out of a few of these raiders, etc. in the bar, and yeah, you end up falling down and off to one side with drinking, taking off your stupor, if that makes sense. Is there anything else anyone else is up to as this is going on for Drift Hall?
Zisa would approach Bloki. You are coming with me.
Um.
And then she turns and she walks towards the conclave of magicians.
Okay.
Okay. Blokey's gonna down his drink, and then he'll follow.
No problem. Yeah, you make your way past the Volv helm skip round to the conclave of magicians. The same sort of space that you've seen before, Zisa. The few magical people that do exist in this place are still around. The Imbala, the wizard lady, is here. But yeah, the outcasts of the clans, basically, because of their magic and Murgle, are here and doing what they normally do, smoking and drinking as usual.
As she's walking, she'll say, "You're coming with me for 2 reasons. 1, I'm going to try to negotiate with the mage who sells the spells for a better price, potentially free. You will help me in this. 2, you've been here before with Fjord. Am I right?"
That is true. You and Fjord have been here, Bloki. Because you're a magic user, you tend to end up at the conclave because you're not really wanted anywhere else.
Yeah, couple of times. Made a bit of a nuisance of myself, but nothing too tragic, I guess.
Have you spoken to her?
Nah, don't think so. Not my type.
What I wish for you to do in the future is to learn what spells she has. I doubt that she would tell me all of them, but if there are any that could be useful, I would like to know. It could be information that could be used later. This can happen over time.
Okay, sure. Make a new friend. I can do that.
Do not tell her that I wish to know.
Cool. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Okay. So yeah, over time, then it's going to be Bloki trying to befriend the magician. Interesting.
But in the immediate, I would like to go and see if she has any new spells.
Absolutely. Let me have a quick look. It's been a couple of days, but she does have something. What will she be offering up on the moment? Bear with me. She does have a spell scroll, or the equivalent of a piece of skin, but for magic mouth at the moment that would be willing to sell. And she does have a purify food and drink currently as something new over and above what you've seen before. Yeah, they're the only 2 new ones right now that she mentions.
Okay, is Purify Food and Drink a wizard spell?
Well, technically in this one, yes, it's because it's in but it'd be as in a one-use spell scroll, if that makes sense. If it's not a wizard spell normally.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I don't think it is.
I have it if you don't want to waste any money on it. Technically, I can just have.
Yeah, I think Magic Mouth is one that I could take though. Not that not that it's super useful, but
Yeah, she can offer it at 120 gold pieces.
I believe that the Volv would be happy to pay this bill for me. And that's when she would look to Bloki for backup.
Oh, absolutely. I think after what we've done for them, they can fork over a couple of coins on your behalf.
Make a persuasion check.
And can I give Bloki the help action, or would it be me with the help action?
No. This is Blokey is doing the last bit here. So just I think yeah, I'll say that you're giving him the help on that one.
Okay, advantage.
Go on, Blokey. Hopefully, it's something he's born to do.
Oh.
Damn.
Let's just do it again just to see if it gets.
Yeah, just in case it's
special.
a,
No,
it's a
28.
yeah,
That's why I brought him.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, ZC, you unlike the last times, yeah, you Blokey is actually useful, and you do manage to convince her to try the check with the Volv on this one, and she will pass that particular spell scroll to yourself. That is doable.
Okay, and then Zisa would also, before she leaves, say, "And is there any trade that you would like to make amongst ourselves, as we have done in the past?"
Is there any spells that you would be willing to possibly be teaching her that she would might be interested in?
So, let me pull me up
Mhm.
to look at my stuff. So she's kind of like a vanilla plain Jane. Like her shit's really kind of like whatever. So I will. If you find yourself on a ship harried by those in the sky, I could teach you something to help bring them low. And so I will put Earthbind on the table.
Mm.
It has its utilities. Though it's rare, it will be of use when it's needed.
It's interesting. 70 gold pieces.
Do you not have an equivalent spell of worth that you would like to offer instead?
I could possibly offer Fairy Fire. It would be around the same value.
Fairy Fire is the spell that I was working with Hoder on how to translate. So actually, I already have that.
Yeah, but you've not had a way of.
I haven't figured it out.
Yeah. The fact that a magician is offering you this is interesting.
Yes. Which I'll bring up with Loki later. But Zisa will just give a slight shake of her head and say, "If there's anything else, I could be interested."
I could go to possibly blindness, deafness, if that would be of interest. But that would be a one time only on its own.
What do you mean one time only on its own?
She's not offering you Fairy Fire and blindness and deafness.
Oh, gotcha. I believe that more of a fair trade.
Fair enough. And yeah,
So the blokey can go fuck off now because I don't need him.
he's
So
done his part.
and basically Zisa just kind of like turns her body so that blokey just isn't part of the conversation anymore.
Oh, bloke.
She doesn't dismiss him. Just he no longer matters in this interaction. He has his tasks, and yeah. So if I can work on potentially learning blindness, deafness while teaching her Earthbind, and then I will work on the Magic Mouth scroll on my own later.
No problem. No problem. Anything else in Drifthall we need to deal with? Router, is she up to anything, or is she?
No, she has nothing.
No, fair enough. Would you have possibly have gone drinking with the others?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So she did end up in the bar fights. Okay, very well. So the next day, your ship is at your disposal. What's your thought processes here? Are you going to head north? Are you gonna sail to the underworld? What are you thinking?
I just thought one of the things before going to bed, when I realised that Zisa has finished with me, we ripped bits of our ship up to get this bloody tree out of it. My sweet Dave. So I'm gonna go see if there's someone who can fix the hole.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, we've got crew that can do that, right?
You do have crew that are good. However, the trading market is very good for gaining materials, especially for ships as well. So yes, you could definitely have figured that out.
This could be an opportunity to make the ship better as well. If there's a hole in it, see if we can put something in it.
Can we build a little wooden boy to give us re-rolling ones again?
Can we just fix it?
Please.
Unfortunately, no such thing. The only other thing that would definitely happen in the time though, Frida, is when you guys are sort of have expelled your energies and all the rest of it, someone would seek you out in the where you are, and it would have been Fearcat. She would she's been drinking as well, and when she sort of takes a pew near you guys where you've ended in this bar fight, and she will say, I've worked for them for a very long time. I will say this was the most difficult day.
Yeah, well, we've had a couple of difficult days, okay? This is just whatever. I have to follow the rules, whatever.
I know. Me too.
You didn't... They killed 2 children, technically, but only one.
How loud are you saying this in the bar?
It would be like outside.
Okay.
Fearcat would not.
Yeah, it's a quiet moment in a drunk state. So it's on that one. That's fair enough.
Listen, I've taken my anger out on those 15 people. They should seek medical attention.
Yeah. I wanted to do something like that as well. You sail again soon. Do you think you have room for one more on your little ship?
What about the Volv? Who's gonna protect them?
Yeah.
I'd love to have my old teacher back. That would be great. How about I show you the ropes? I am one of the chosen after all.
I'm starting to think that maybe where you go might be more important now. After what I heard today.
Well, then, yes, we've got plenty of room.
Yeah, we don't have Sadi or Frine anymore. They're both dead. So two children-like creatures, that's like one person.
And,
Oh yeah, I gotta cross Holder off the list.
Frida will lean in and whisper to forget. There is a man in there with a very cool scythe weapon. Now I am bound by the laws, but if you were to take it and give it to me as a present, that would be cool.
Not for the Lord.
But that didn't come from me, okay? That came from Baldo. Okay.
Walter will kill you.
He seems too chummy with this Fluffy. I do not trust him.
Well, we shall see. But I think in my heart now, joining your crew is the right way to go.
As long as you feel like they are safe here, that the Volv, mainly Grower, I feel bad for her now after today.
You think I should stay for her?
No. You said they're protected.
Yeah.
What more can you do? I think that Zeus's plan of detecting magic might be on the cards now after what has happened. So maybe the magicians could go around and cast that.
Maybe. Very well. Then I will join you for the morn, and we shall set sail for...
Hell. Frida says with a big smile.
For the underworld and hell. It's not something that happens every day.
Oh, it seems to be happening every day to me at the moment. We have currently been to hell twice in less than 5 days. Seems to be a big occurrence at the moment.
Very well. And she sort of, you can tell she's been drinking, but she still holds herself very well. And I will see you both in the morning, although Baldur is out like a light.
Yeah, I imagine Frida and Raudo just pulling Baldur by the arms to the ship.
Every time Baldur burps, he creates a tiny little rain cloud that's raining on him. You don't want to know what happens when he farts, though. It's bad.
The ship burns down.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yes.
James, how long are we at the drifthall for? Just like a day, are we gone like the next day?
Yeah, that's up to you guys. But in theory, the next morning is coming around, and it's whether or not you guys are departing or not. Yeah, is the question.
I'm just wondering if I would have enough time to roll to see if I could learn those spells, because that's what I got to do when I get new spells.
How long does it take you to learn a spell?
They are level 2 spells, so it costs half as much, but it takes twice as long because I'm tattooing them on myself. I gotta math that out real fast. Come back to me, please.
The whirlpool is like 2 days travel.
You do know that you have got about, well, you're a bit closer now, so it's probably a day's worth of travel because the drifthall moves. So,
well, could we also
closer.
use Ralden, our navigator, his crew action? Can he get us there quicker because he's like a really good navigator?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, you certainly can shorten the trip a little bit. Yeah, I would give you that. Especially as it's a location you know.
We have a discussion with I'm at the Oljal.
Yes.
About sending people up to. She's not going to go help
More to the north. Well, yeah, you can make a persuasion check with disadvantage, Frida, and if you wish to try and
if I go and aid, because I think Zisa would vouch for Blokey to Frida that I can actually help with talking.
Yes, and I won't even be there for this conversation just to make sure that I don't hinder it. Not to mention I'm doing spell stuff anyway.
So you can assist, so you can make it a straight roll for Frida. Yeah.
Oh, Frida's hungover.
No,
just rubbing her eyes like, Loki, do the talking, please. I cannot.
Oh, you need to learn. You need to learn the tricks of the trade. I'll teach you how to know.
I'm more about intimidating than persuading.
Fair enough.
Okay, I will roll persuasion.
Okay, yeah, this is a disadvantage now because this is the second attempt on the same roll. So.
Oh no, that was just Constitution save. That was nothing. That was me seeing if I was hungover.
Oh, apologies. Sorry, I thought that was your roll.
No.
On that one,
but 25 is my minimum anyway.
25 is your minimum on that one. So yeah, with Blokey doing the roll on that one, then surprisingly, Horwick Aljarl is receptive enough on that one. Blokey, I think you realise that although she was upset with Hrolf for whatever happened, there is deep down there's something more there, and you kind of nurse it a little bit in the way and you pick up on it, and you do actually manage to get through to her, and she will assign more of the clan of the clans to go towards the north to help Hrolf. In fact, you think the only reason she hadn't done it before because she thought she would lose some face in it, but you seem to have persuaded her that she's not got a heart of stone in it after all, and Blokey's one of the few to realise that. Yes, I think I think that is very fair.
Nice.
Yeah, you load up. You are good to go.
Does Raudor tell her grandma what we're doing?
Yeah, 100%. She'll inform about the death of Sadi and the evil doings of the Volv and how much we're hiding it. Yeah.
Does she drunk call her in the night, or does she wait until the morning?
Yeah, she'll probably drunk call her, and that she won't be subtle about it either. She'll be in the middle of the tavern, just speaking to a rock,
and just goes through it all. Fair enough. I think you would get back. The enemy can't know yet. This will be to your advantage. But do not rely on them not knowing for long.
Is Rowder too drunk to remember that?
That is... make a constitution, I'm guessing. Rowder will be fine, but you could definitely don't roll the 1.
Just con save or straight?
Yeah. No, you can make a con save, yeah.
Were you within 10 feet of me when you were doing this? If you were, you get +3.
Do you get any? Do you get advantage against it or anything?
Yeah, that was a check. Sorry. They keep changing where all the things are.
Yeah, probably. It should slow down now, but
save. Where are my saves? Oh, they're right there. I'm just being blind. Apologies.
It happens.
+3, so 18.
Okay, yeah, no, you made of strong enough stuff. Yeah, you do recall the conversation in the night, no problem.
And then that will be relayed while being very hungover in the morning.
Very well. So yeah, we will sort of crash skip the next few days. Obviously, there may be a bit of learning spells going on and a few other
Yeah,
things.
I gotta make some rolls. So I figured it out. If I have the time, it would half the cost for 2 level 2 spells would be 50 gold each, and it would take me 8 hours.
Okay.
And
so
then
it'll
I would
be 8
have to
hours
roll,
over
I
time.
believe, a DC 12 Arcana to actually learn the spell. I think,
Okay.
which is what we did last time.
No problem.
Which
So-
spell are you trying to learn, sir?
I think I'm gonna try for blindness deafness, and I might ask if Router's grandma is familiar with my type of spell casting, and if so, if she could help.
Yeah, she's in the
she
ascending
isn't
zone
with
now,
us.
Yeah, she's not with
Never
her.
mind.
Yeah,
I thought she
apologies.
was coming with us.
Yeah, no,
But
she
you may
ditched.
borrow my stone.
Router just drunk too.
Yeah.
You said about this, because Blokey was there when you were bargaining for them.
Yes.
They are spells that he has the capability of learning. So it could, if there's a possibility of Blokey aiding in any way, as just like oh, if you do like this, that makes more sense. Just because they're on the bard spell list. So
What spells?
Yeah.
quite a few of them are.
Blindness, deafness, and magic mouth. And
Yeah, I can learn both of those. So
yeah, I don't know if I think that Zisa has a weird ego / lack of ego in certain instances. And I think that as annoyed as she would probably be with Blokey's presence, she would see the advantage of gaining advantage from Blokey. So I don't know if she would think to ask, but if Blokey offers, she wouldn't say no.
He would, if he sees you struggling, he'd probably come over and be like, "Oh, if you do this, do like a weird hand movement or something, it just makes it easier, and then make those kind of suggestions."
I don't know if she would be struggling doing it, but I don't know if Loki would know whether or not she's struggling. Anyway, yes, she'll accept she'll accept it. So
Okay.
so Zisa is going to roll
Well, the DC 12, is it?
DC 12 for both of these. Yeah,
Okay.
at advantage.
Go for
So here is for Magic Mouth. Didn't need it.
Looking good.
Here is for blindness, deafness. Also didn't need it.
Ooh, but hey, there you go. So yeah,
A little close.
In the time.
So I now got both those spells, which is nice. And seeing that Blokey does have his uses, I think that Zisa will also say there's one more scroll that I have. You may have noticed that when the mage offered fairy fire to me, I declined. It was because I already have access to that spell, but I do not know why she would, because it is not something that wizards employ. Falls more under the purview of Hoder, who I would have asked for help when there was an opportune time. They are not with us anymore, obviously. But if you think that you can help, I would not say no.
Yeah, I could do fairy. Oh yeah, fairy fire. Fairy fire was I used to know it a while ago, and I just kind of think I forgot it in a way, but I probably can remember it again.
Then fairy fire would be another 4 hours and 25 gold.
I think that's one.
I don't know if
you
there's
guys
time
will,
for that.
Yeah, we'll say that that's in the works for now, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
okay.
But yeah, I think
That could be a post-hell thing.
yeah, that's a well, or Blokey and Zisa are working together on that. Baldur, you would notice Blokey and Zisa spending a lot of time together.
I think what would be super funny is if Baldur was glowering, and then you look over and you just see Fjord finger dancing a knife back and forth, also glowering.
Yeah. Two of them on the other side
Are
of
we
the boat.
still sort of like linked mentally that we can like hear each other's thoughts?
Yeah,
God.
you can definitely hear each other's thoughts when you're close. You have figured out at this point. It's like when you're in very close proximity.
Oh yeah, I forgot the
memory.
Oh,
thing.
did nobody ask the router's grandma how we can get that out? Because that's absolutely something.
She's
Zisa
working on it.
Right.
Yeah, she's working on it. Is the answer. She says you're not in imminent danger. But
oh my god. Should me and Rowder roll to see if we drunk surgeried?
I mean, Rowder would not need to roll for that. She has nothing to lose.
Yeah, but no, she does because you're scared that you're gonna revive in where your
I need
tooth
to
is.
destroy my body by like burning the current one. I lose a single limb, that's just gonna grow back.
how did that play out, guys? Yeah. You tell me.
Oh, that it definitely happened.
But like, I like to think
In the
it
middle of the
could happen.
tavern.
Yeah.
Rowder, hold still. I pull out my poison knife.
She is too drunk and is just wobbling all over the place.
Baldur, hold
Like
this.
a piggy bank with a hammer. Just...
I think how this plays out is Frida, you end up killing her. There's no ifs or buts in how that will play out.
Yeah.
Kona would be sad he missed this. This is the
I think we have
Yeah.
a scene when all this is going on with Zisa and Blokey on the boat. It is when we have like Rowder waking up on the ship, if that makes sense, as you guys had to drag her body back there the night before. But yeah,
what part of her did you cut off on accident?
I think because it's in our neck, I think I just went way too deep and just went straight through the jugular.
through the stem, brain stem.
Router's nearly headless nicking. Get up.
Yeah.
Not a sign on her once she revives the next day. But yeah, she was definitely gone. Yeah.
Oh, I leave some nice roasted meat for when she wakes up, just as an apology.
She just thinks she doesn't remember. She just thinks she's very hungover.
Like, oh, my neck aches.
Yeah, I've got to say, with the one you didn't dislodge what you were aiming for. I can't say you managed to pull something off in that.
That's
Drunk Baldur and Frida trying to hold the blood back in, just like, no, oh my god,
stop.
It's there the whole time, like falling on her own head. Fine.
Oh,
While Baldur is glowering at Blokey, can he be covered in still be covered in Rowder's blood from the night before?
for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Frida and Baldur wake up like, why are we covered in blood? What happened last night?
A horrendous sight, but yeah. So yes, that all happens. No problem. But yeah, you guys do eventually make your way once again back to the Helmore Gate. Let me see if I can activate the scene. You've been here before. You guys found the opening on the sea, the boiling waters, the gate that led down to this space that you have been to before. The same figure still standing by the entranceway, looking on. Many skeletons behind. in number. Yeah, we're not even close to the real number of people that are down here, if that makes sense.
It's Blokey's first time.
I was about to say, Blokey's never been here, right?
Yeah, Blokey looks like he's about to shit himself.
Yeah, this is full on. This is very full on. This is a question at this point. We do need to answer before you go in too far. Who's coming with you from the crew?
Oh, okay. So I got the list in front of me. I think it would be very poetic if we brought Eggle with us.
Yes, that is definitely up there. Zisa, I think at one point in the night, I think Scold would have come to you and asked if she could come with you to the underworld. She would have asked at least.
I believe you could be useful there. You've proven yourself in battle. You have proven yourself a healer, and perhaps answers that I seek are there for you as well.
Yes.
Frida would.
I also
ask.
need to admit that I have been there before.
Then you could potentially be a guide and warn us of any dangers or perils that we are unaware of.
It has been a long time, but I remember enough.
And it would make sense for you to accompany us.
Yeah, she's very direct, very very similar to Zisa in some ways.
She's talking to
yeah. They are very of the same in that respect. But yeah, other than that conversation, you think Eggle is another possibility? Anyone else got any thoughts?
Frida would want Fearcat to come.
Yeah, if we're looking at her action, it's basically like having Bless and Bane at the same time. You can kind of select whatever you want. It's actually pretty great.
Oh yeah, you posted that list, didn't you? Sorry, I was going off of just roleplay like an idiot. Hang on, let me go ahead and mid-max this.
Who's Eggle again? Like where did we pick her?
You picked her
She's
up
the
from
nowhere.
Yeah, you picked her up from nowhere. Yeah, she was the tiefling.
She gives
had
us
the visions
the
of
tiefling. Yeah.
She had
That's
the
good,
visions
yeah.
of the ship of death and all of that stuff that were Zisa
No, that's
had
good. Yeah, she can
experienced.
come.
Yeah, so.
Fearcat, I'm seeing that Fearcat. Oh, never mind. Fearcat has a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
Fearcat has
three
things, yeah.
three things.
She's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, Scold, Fearcat, and Eggle would all be pretty damn solid.
I imagine Fearcat wants to come anyway because she would want to see how.
Yeah.
Have we
I
ever figured out what Madresh does?
It's next.
He
to
may attack at the bottom. He's saying, "Oh, it may happen," and I don't like that.
So Madresh and Fluffy, we don't know anything about what they do yet.
Yeah. I mean,
It says next to it, right?
Yeah, but Fluffy basically says it makes a special attack, but you guys don't know what that is yet.
We haven't used him yet.
You have to take him to find out.
Would Fjord insist on coming if Blokey goes?
I do not. I don't think we need.
If Disa and Blakey are getting close, there's a possibility on that, but
It's up to you guys. They're your
line.
crew. Yeah, you tell me how they roleplay. Yeah, I'm happy for that.
Oh,
I think as Blokey is someone with the crew, I think the way that I have Blokey perceiving the chosen ones, there's a huge status difference in their mind. So the idea of like going against them, doing anything against their wishes, or even like trying to become overly friendly with them is just wrong, because they're like, that's how everyone talks about them. I think Blokey's the most casual with them because he has his own weird opinions of fate. I think that everyone else is a little bit like, oh no, they're the chosen ones, we can't bother them, and Blokey's like, they're people, but I guess they're cool.
he's less he's less,
which is the
less.
only reason he's kind of taken that spot, is because I think he's the only one that has that mentality of like, they're people. we can't just listen to fate.
As my backup character, I would openly admit that Fjord probably has a little bit of hero worship specifically for Frida.
What?
Because rogues in this campaign, they have
Oh yeah, they're like
holy
clerics, aren't they?
They
connotations.
do
Yeah,
have,
so
yeah. There is some more oddities there. Yeah. Interesting. Well, what do you think?
Hmm.
Yeah. As long as you pick the 3 that you're definitely taking, and whether or not Fjord sneaks along is another possibility. So interesting.
Can she just tag along and not be part of the crew actions?
Yeah, you can definitely do it, but you can't count on her as a crew action, if that makes
she
sense.
is down there in case I die and need a character.
Yeah, can we bring all of the crew as backups?
To leave the boat floating.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Yeah.
Before we do go into hell, I will use what I've just picked up at level 8, and I think we all need it at this time. I will use Inspiring Leader, and I'll give like a 10-minute inspiring thing of a very depressing hope that we can actually find find her in this city. And everyone gets 11 temporary hit points, which is quite nice.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
I mean, that really bolsters Zisa for sure.
And I think I can pick 6, so yeah, I can get everyone apart from our crew, but they don't.
So are we good with Agul? I just said roleplay wise, I think it'd be really interesting to bring her, but if somebody wants to bring someone stronger, someone that makes more sense, totally fine.
Oh, I would 100% want Fearcat. Frida would. And Scold.
Yeah, but I'll say Scold heals and attacks, so that's pretty solid.
Okay, it sounds like there's no other really strong opinions, so it sounds like those 3 are a good one. Yeah, I've got an idea of where I want to get to for tonight, and it's just a little bit further on, not too much more. If you're willing, we can at least enter the underworld and do this first little piece, if that makes sense.
Sure, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. That guardian is there as before, and he basically says similar to before, but slightly differently, and she says, "The key has arrived, and you are ready. I wish you good luck in the underworld. But know this. Things are not all as they seem. Something is going on down there. Forces are taking control that shouldn't, and hell is not doing all that she must. Find the rooster coins, and you will gain full access to the underworld past the main gates. I may have said more than I should, but I feel that you are important down there now. I wish you good luck. And yes, do you guys make your way through the giant open-mouthed head into the mists of this portal? That was very ominous. Just a tad. But yeah,
Frida just walked in, I guess. I imagine Blythe is just straight away just going in because this is...
Yeah, this is his... Yeah, he's perfectly set up for all of this. Okay, so yeah, you guys will openly make your way into the blue purpley mists and enter into the beginning of the underworld. We need to just check how on this map does everybody get any vision from the party icon as this is going on?
Yeah, a very small amount. Yeah.
It's a very small, little
bitty area at the top. As long as everyone can see it, that's the main thing. Purple mists cover the smooth stone, coiling up to the knee height as it sort of hangs in this giant cavern that you appear in on the other side. There are numerous stalagmites that seem to erupt from the floor, making the passage ahead slightly narrower as you go. But there seems to be this purple haze everywhere you look. No real sky above. Just blackness at the moment. And you start to slowly make your way forward, and you lead yourselves into the next sort of space. It takes you about an hour of trudging through the through this sort of horrible purple mist before you see a solid wall of stone continues to rise on both sides of you, but ahead the stalagmites thin and a field of earth replaces the rocky cavern terrain. It is as if a farmer's field has been transported from your world to the underworld. Braziers with ethereal blue flames flank narrow paths leading across the field. The purple mists still cling to the earth, and another set of stone corridors sort of await you off to the south ahead of you. You continue to traipse on through the paths and it seems to be like time is passing, but it's hard to really work out how long it has taken you. Hours, days, it doesn't. You really can't quite tell as all of that is sort of going on. But you start to make your way up and towards up ahead. A large bridge starts to come into view, not too far in front of you. A gold-covered bridge arches over a river. The braziers of blue and green light burn on either side of the dark opening, and we will make our way to that map. And as you guys move slowly closer, I need you to make a general perception check for me, please.
Is anything weird happening with Raudo being actually in hell? No.
No.
It's the halls of the slain that I can't get into.
Yeah, she
yeah.
struggles with she struggles with the VIP section. Is the main thing.
That bouncer gets me every time.
Oh, okie dokie. Frida and Rauda not so much in this case, Caesar as well, but Blokey and Baldo, you both realise the bridge is gold, but it is not gold because of its colouring. There are hundreds of thousands of golden beetles crawling all along the outside of the building as you guys are moving towards it. So there's thousands of them making up the outside at the moment. What do you guys do?
Do they tell us? Do you guys tell us, or we keep walking?
Yeah, I will tell.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh. Would Blythe know anything?
I'm gonna say
In
no.
Tales of the Slain?
Yeah, I don't think he knows about this particular idea. No, that he's he's as perplexed as you guys are on this particular thing. He'd never heard of this idea. Very, very strange.
Do you think they are friendly? Could we just walk over the bridge?
I think he can make a check for this. Let me just see how he's going to do. I'm going to say, let's see how he is going to be. Okay. He's none the wiser on anything. He thinks, hopefully, okay. He doesn't know.
Is there any way that I could make a roll at all?
Yeah. You can make a survival or something along those lines.
Not super good at survival. Would religion maybe come into play?
Yeah.
I will argue also I'm not trained in religion. So if you want to say no, that's fine.
History you could.
Okay. I'm not trained in history either because, I'm an amnesiac that's only been around for 4 years, but whatever. So here we go.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
there we go.
Okay, fair enough on that one.
Jesus.
I've recently been reading up on hell and the place hell.
Yeah, I think you've managed to find a bit of information on them. Yeah, you think these beetles would probably be harmless unless they were attacked.
Okay,
Yeah, things
so
are not
then
necessarily always gonna be a problem, if that makes sense. And yeah, these probably will be okay if you don't attack them.
So then I think Zisa will just walk past and say, I cannot speak for anything else that may be present, but the beetles will not harm us as long as we do not attack them. And she will start walking across the bridge.
And as we are walking,
Who's this dude?
this is going to be absolutely useless here, but I'll divine sense and see what I'm feeling.
Just all of the things all at once.
Yeah. This is everything at once in this.
I just
place,
get like a massive migraine. Ow!
Yeah. I mean,
James, being where we are
Mhm.
and being what I am, do I ever show up on divine sense for Frida?
That is a good question.
I see undead. You an undead, technically.
Do you see
Celestial,
celestials on your
right?
list?
Celestial as well? You're an undead celestial?
I think, Frida, no, there are two things that I think for the first time, two things happen at once. That you're racked with pain and all of this going on. You look up and you see Skuld, and she has unbelievably gorgeous light wings coming off of her back, giving off that kind of look. And Zisa the same when you do finally look at her.
Interesting. We kind of already know that Zisa, because she's done a feature.
She has
to protect herself.
You have seen wings a couple of times now, yes.
Zisa will stop at the foot of the bridge, though, noticing that there is somebody a ways away.
Yeah, sitting at a desk about 2/3 down the bridge, there is a person.
It's Fear Cat. Oh, never mind.
Which will be this guy is literally
not as friendly.
Sitting at a desk, sort of glowing in green light. Sort of watching on in silence at the moment.
The greatest enemy, admin.
All
It's
the
HR.
admins.
We found
We
them.
found the HR department. It's terrible.
If we just go in confident, I feel like we'll be fine. We are here for a reason. The key is here.
Hell wants us here. We do have her favor. At least some of us still do. She holds out the Hell amulet thingy that she still has.
I gave mine away ages ago. I think.
What's that? Do I need one of those? Am I gonna die?
Possibly.
No.
Oh shit.
So yeah, you guys walk
well.
into the make your way to the midpoint, or
Yeah. I'll
Sure.
go to back here. See if anything happens.
no problem. You all stand at the midpoint of the covered bridge. There is no sign of the gold that there was on the on the exterior. The inside is far more dull, with aged wood in place of floorboards. There are sections that are broken and bent. There is a very, very large skeleton in a very worn dress that sort of sits off to one side of this desk, off to one side there, and sort of this lifeless body that is there, the head drooping, and it's dropped down so low that it's touching her chest. Beyond there is a series of rocks that have been sort of dragged into the middle of the bridge to form some sort of a makeshift sort of wall, if that makes sense, which is all of this that's going on here. And there's just the gap through and the desk beyond. There is a closed portcullis at the very far end of the bridge, and there also appears to be some sort of an opening off to one side, like there is a hole that has been hastily chopped through, cutting a space into the bridge. The sort of cloaked figure sits at the table just beyond the wall in the center there, but it starts to rise as you guys. So if I'll move you guys over, as he starts to rise as you guys make your way in, I'll move you up here, and sort of makes his way around the table and sort of starts making his way over to you all on that one, and he looks at you all and says, more are arriving. Excellent, excellent. So who's going to pay the toll?
What is the price?
One fingernail.
Ooh.
Who will be supplying?
Is it one fingernail for all of us, or one fingernail each?
Well, technically, you've arrived as a group, and we are nearing completion anyway, so one will be fine.
Rowdy, yours goes back, surely. Like, quicker than ours.
Nearing
completion?
Yeah. Let's rewind. What does that mean?
I'm sorry?
Near completion.
Sorry.
Do you mean?
Sorry, none of your business. But yes, your payment will be one fingernail, and then we can let you all pass as need be. Clearly, we need to get this worked out. The line is building. You're the only ones here, by the way, as he says it.
And what if we don't give you a fingernail?
We will have to go to arbitration, and clearly things will get ugly. The price is the price, and if you want in, well, we need to make sure that you're all above board.
Jamie isn't here, but I feel like Blythe would be the only one that would trust this process. But he's not here, so I don't know.
Yeah, apology. We can't.
Can Zisa pull out her
Finger?
yes, just pull out all of it. Just make it real gross. No, can I pull out my charm of hell and show the sky and kind of imply that we're like VIPs? We've been invited.
Excellent. So yes, you have already had dealings with the lady. Yeah, this is good.
We have spoken to her. I believe that she wants us to pass.
All fingernails intact.
I'm sorry, no. Regulus has decided that I cannot let anyone pass without at least paying some of the price, especially as we're so close. But yes, it's a good sign that you do have you have that charm already. I imagine that will bode well if and when your time to see hell comes around.
Does it need to be one full fingernail, or can it be like lots of little parts of fingernails?
Well, I've never really thought of it that way, but I believe it has to be one intact fingernail. Usually is the way it works.
Giving clippings. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rauda, I hate to agree with Floki, but you do just regenerate. And I feel like there's the least risk with you.
No, only after death.
Well, we can stab you later and you can get your nail back.
James.
Hello.
Can you have this gentleman roll a wisdom save for me, please?
A wisdom
No.
save.
What are you doing?
Zisa's gonna charm person.
Uh-oh.
I don't think he can be charmed, if I'm right. 1 second. Let me just see what his things are on that one. 1 second. Cannot be charmed. I'm sorry, Zisa. That will not work here in this environment. Now.
Does he know that I tried? Yeah, about to say.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Zisa will put her head to the side and just say, that doesn't work on undead. I should have known that. For where we are. And she'll step forward and grab her ring finger nail and just pull with absolutely no expression or anything, and just set it on the table.
Oh, I hate it.
Ugh, fair enough. She will. She does this on that one. He will. He looks on. Yeah, like he's seen this sight many a time. If that makes sense on that one, and he leans over, picks up the fingernail off of the table, and has a look at it on that one. And he looks at it for a moment and like. And he seems to be a little bit in shock, and he says, "Not good, not right. I don't know what's going on here."
You requested a fingernail. You have been given a fingernail.
You do not belong. Huh. And then he says, "Go that way. You belong in the small ship." And he points towards the break in the wall off to one side of the portcullis.
Even
Don't
though we
dilly-dally,
were...
the queue will get too long if you take too much. Again, there's no one else here but you guys.
Your bloke, he's looking behind him like, what?
Why do we not gain access to the large ship?
You gave me the wrong fingernail. Clearly,
didn't-
there is
you
some
didn't
sort of
specify.
something going on here. You're not on the list, therefore take the other hole.
Are we allowed to know who is on the list? Or if they have a common trait that we lack?
He doesn't suggest he's going to let you any idea on the list. Move
I
along.
think Raudo,
Like,
you
he's
are,
kind of-
again, you are the most welcome here. You are here all the time. I wish Jamie was here because Blythe would be so good at just giving his nail.
Oh, damn it, Jen.
Zisa just gave the nail, but I mean,
Bad now.
Yeah, but Zisa is also a Valkyrie, so I don't think she is meant to be here.
is
I
it
think that's-
that or is it that we're still alive?
If you need me to, I can try.
Go ahead, Baldo. If that's
Second payment. Ooh. And he seems he
Here.
seems interested in the moment.
Pull it out.
Mm,
And
Why
you're
does
going to
this
let
make
him
us
do it? Okay,
wild?
fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He will rip the fingernail out of Balwell's hand.
God, I'm so squeamish about it.
Yeah, me too.
No,
It's-
absolutely.
it is falling.
Also not a fan, but Zisa wouldn't be, so I had to roleplay it otherwise.
And it looks at that one as well. No, same problem. You don't belong either. Through the small hole you go.
where does the small hole go?
Towards the ship. The little one, anyway.
And where does the ship go? Yeah.
Oh, That's a lot of questions. I don't have all of the answers. I just do my part. I read the nails and then move on. Unfortunately, I can't use these, as he literally throws them on the floor. The two that you've given him.
Zisa will take her nail
Use
back.
them.
Yeah.
Use them for what? What do you do with the nails? If they're good, what do you do with them?
I'm sorry, that's... I can't say.
I am deeply concerned about your use of these nails.
James, does this skeleton have any fingernails?
That is a very, very good question on
If
that
it's
one.
a skeleton,
Yeah,
then
there's not a lot of anything left on that one. No, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know if it was pictured as a skeleton, but it was like an emaciated corpse or something. I had to ask.
Yeah.
What?
God.
Before we go in the small hole, I'm going to. I don't know if this is going to work because technically she's dead. I'm going to locate object on Sadi's clothes. If she's within 100 feet, it will work. But if not, 1,000 feet. Sorry, not 100 feet.
Nothing pings in the moments. Yeah.
It was.
This is a big place.
I feel like walking through the big gate is bad. If we figure out how, I feel like it's going to be bad. But, super curious.
Blokey, go in the small hole.
Why am I going in the small hole?
You're a side character.
Wow.
Nice.
No, I'm sorry. You're not a chosen. It is the least of... I will follow you, obviously. It's just in case.
There is, if you walk near him because of the brain molding we have, you just hear a string of curses upon all of you, and especially Frida.
I'm your captain, actually. No, I invoke the captain role.
Your captaincy has no power over my mind. I can do what I want in here.
Can
You always hear me.
Can I try one other piece of fuckery?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Slight fuckery.
I would like to summon undead.
No.
And I would like for that undead to be the festering, gross, like putrid being.
Okay. Yeah,
which I believe has nails.
Rotting claw. So imagine.
Yeah.
So.
One of its attacks is a rotting claw attack. Can I have this being take off one of its claws and give it to this dude?
Okay, yeah, fair enough on that one. And
it takes 40 years to be
he's like, oh, that's very good, sir. I didn't catch your name, as the thing doesn't speak, but he will take it and look at it and says, very nice. That will be very useful.
It does understand the languages I speak, so it does understand what it's saying.
Yep, fair enough on that one.
Imagine being summoned just to have your nail taken off.
And then to be told it's useful without context.
Yeah, it's an ally to us and our companion, so it would want to help out, I think. So
fair enough. So
I would still be a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
He will accept that and says, "You, sir, you can go through the main gate. Good luck with that."
We can all go through the main gate, right?
You did say it was one per group, and this being is a part of our group.
Oh, he's part of your party. Sorry, I thought he had turned up later afterwards. Are you sure you're all together?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
The being nods because it's our friend, so.
Fair enough. Make a persuasion check.
The creature or me?
Yeah, you, Zisa, because this is all on you on this one. Yeah.
I mean, the creature has a -1, whereas Zisa at least has 0.
Yeah, but this is your deception. Or your
fine.
thing. Sorry.
Deception, James?
Wow.
Did you use the word deception? Because I am trained in deception.
Yeah, you're trying to deceive this creature, so yeah, I will take deception.
Thank you. Do I get it at advantage?
No, you're
no. Okay.
Limits of
It doesn't look like I'm
you're at the
inspired
limit,
at all
yeah.
either, so here we go.
And see what you're doing. Oh,
Pretty
okay.
good.
Well, I think with this one as well, we're going to be so much closer to being finished. So I'm very happy with how today's working out. I think your group should just make your way through.
Zisa will nod, and the creature will fall in lockstep behind Zisa, and she will step forward. Also, gang, if I just party wiped us because I walked us through like a gate of death for people, I apologize. But Z says, feel like she got what she wanted out of this.
Fair enough.
So she's
I'm sorry, Blokey, for nearly potentially killing you.
That is fine. I will forgive you. And inside his head, he goes, I will never forgive you.
And then Frida goes, I'm not sorry.
Yeah. I
No
like
problem.
that the guy that wants nails is called Clipper.
yeah, that was funny.
I feel like this is a terrible.
Yeah, I feel like I just did something bad for us.
That's
but
all right. So yeah, you guys make your way through. This is where we'll end for tonight, anyway. So
And
through-
forever.
You go through the portcullis. It is obscured by the mists and dim lighting. It is clear that you are now in a larger part of the underworld that is situated within an impossibly large cavern. Yet it only seems to be a towering ring of rock ahead, rising up above the mists. Through the rock walls, there appears to be features of caverns up ahead. Gatehouses along the western and southern walls have been hastily constructed, and there is an assortment of rock bricks and scavenged material, and there are other things beyond the wall, but yeah, you can just hear the howling of wolves coming from these caverns that are off in the distance as you sort of look around at many sets of glowing yellow eyes appearing and the howling of these wolves. And yeah, that's where we will pick up next time, is finding out what that's all about. Well done. We are in the thick of the underworld now. We will see where this goes for next time. But yeah, well done.